Okay. Basically, a lot of people have asked me why did I and my board come up with this program and try to put it all together. I think that one of the biggest problems facing Taiwanese Americans or overseas Taiwanese is like a lack of a sense of Taiwanese identity. And a lot of that is probably due to the fact that living in the United States and growing up there, you just don't feel like you fit in, and you feel perhaps that you need to call yourself Asian American or Chinese American and not distinguish yourself specifically as Taiwanese. And I think that a lot of that has to do with not having enough connection to Taiwan, not having enough language skills or background understanding or a sense of sentimentality towards your Taiwanese background. And this trip is definitely designed to help Taiwanese Americans interested in that topic to sort of grow that idea within themselves, because they're able to interact with other young Taiwanese people. And also, beyond that, they're able to get a first eye view of what's happening in the political climate here in Taiwan, because most of our programming is designed to give you a taste of the political landscape and what's happening in the election process coming up next week. I think a lot of current events are also thrown in there with economics and social issues like public health or the environment or industry and economics.
So when you were at your undergrad at Berkeley, you felt the Asian American identity was most emphasized?
I think so. I mean, at Berkeley, there's definitely lots and lots of Asian students, and there's really sort of a push to generalize yourself in an umbrella category of Asian American. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that nomenclature. I just think that there wasn't a lot of push, at least when I was in school there, to identify yourself specifically as Taiwanese American. I didn't have the resources or even the mindset or interest at that time to try to discover what that would look like for me. And I think that's a really individual journey, and I think some people will never, walk down that road and ask themselves, do I really want to explore my Taiwanese heritage as distinct and separate from my Chinese heritage or my Asian heritage? I don't think any of those words are non-descriptive words for your situation. I just think that it's a matter of personal choice to determine whether you want to call yourself something else. And I really don't think I explored that when I was in school, in college. And it really hasn't been until recent years that I've had more time and more interest in learning more about my cultural background that I've actually started to explore more about my Taiwanese roots and try to learn more. And basically, much of the programming that we came up with was kind of grounded in things that I wanted to know more about, that I knew I couldn't get, I couldn't learn, I couldn't see, I couldn't experience in the United States. So basically, if I was going to go to Taiwan, I wanted to maximize everything I could get out of being in Taiwan at that moment. So we really worked hard to come up with topics that other people would want to see and that would be relevant and that would not be repeatable in the United States.
So, how have you been dealing with the fact that it was supposed to be observational tour, and that if you've gotten any criticism or just certain comments, or that, I guess for me it was interesting to see that it went from being, okay, we're neutral, we're just observers, and then in Kaohsiung, just everyone just got caught up in the emotion, and then it just including yourself.
Yeah. Well, our program is designed to be neutral. It's designed to give people a comprehensive education. That being said, there's a lot of people on our program who are not neutral at all, who have very strong opinions and who are very partisan. When we were invited to Kaohsiung, originally in our programming, the mayor of Kaohsiung, Frank Xie, or in Chinese Xie Canting, had arranged to meet with our group and also to have some young Taiwanese counterparts meet with our group and interact with us. And that's really one of the biggest highlights in our program, is meeting actual local Taiwanese who are in our same age range, in our same fields, in our same majors of study in university level. Because really, with just a little twist of fate, any one of us on our program could be them living in Taiwan. And it's kind of an interesting window that you could look through to see like what you could have or would have perhaps become. Anyways, unfortunately, because of the crazy busy election schedule, Xie Tangting was not able to receive us and meet with us. Instead, the DPP planned a huge rally on March 13th in the city of Kaohsiung that we were invited to observe. And yes, we did go and observe the rally and attend the rally and walk through the streets. But beyond that, actually, the DPP Youth Corps also invited us to wear shirts and walk down the streets with them and get up on the stage and experience the whole rally process. That definitely was not advertised in our original program. But for the most part, most of the participants really wanted to do that. Most of our participants are very green, pro-Taiwan supporters. There are people, however, on our program who are not green supporters. And we have actually had some people express a certain amount of uncomfortable sentiment. On the flip side, there's also very pro-green people who are also uncomfortable with even visiting the headquarters of the KMT. And they have asked to not participate in that section of the programming. As again, like our original programming was designed to be neutral, but we don't want to force people to do things they're not happy with or not uncomfortable, or make them uncomfortable. So we have given people the option not to attend rallies, not to attend party locations and visits, and also we have made it a point not to give our group actual press by the news. I mean, we're definitely a group that can be hounded by the press, and that can cause tremendous amount of either good or bad result for either party. And so in trying to maintain some level of neutrality, we have tried to schedule all of our other meetings and so forth to be low level, not covered by the press and not officially covered by newspapers and so forth. Yeah, I mean that's kind of where things stand. We have not received actual criticism per se, because there's no one really like moderating our group. This is kind of a self-regulated thing. Yeah.
So, because there was some, not so much complaint, but like a perception that that what the China Youth Corps did for us was planned, but you're saying that it just happened to be there, or?
Actually, like I said, our original plan was to visit the mayor's office at City Hall and have lunch, and then the mayor would come and meet us for afternoon tea and speak to us and interact with us, also inviting some young Taiwanese youth to come and be with us, youth being a very broad term. Unfortunately, all of that actually got canceled, and basically the entire city government of Kaohsiung, including the mayor, and including all of the young persons we were going to meet who had been invited by the mayor's office to meet with us, were all going to be at the 313 rally, which we were then invited to join in as well. So, insofar as planning goes, I did not even know about this change of plans until literally the day I left the United States to come to Taiwan. is a very last minute change in the plan. So we actually had to delay printing our program books so that we could get a new schedule printed and added into our book. As far as the DPP planning for us to be there, yes, they did plan for us to be there on that day. So
How did you meet the